On this episode of MythBusters,
Welcome to my lair.
Adam and Jamie break open the archives to bring you their favorite bloopers. They lift the lid on the show and take you behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah, come on.
And they explore some personal issues in this warts and all special.
He's just not aware of half the things that he's doing.
Sit back and marvel at MythBusters Reveal. Who are the MythBusters?
Am I missing an eyebrow?
Adam Savage
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
and Jamie Heineman.
Quack, damn you.
I wouldn't say Jamie's an evil genius.
Between them, more than 30 years special effects experience.
When will the fun ever stop?
They don't just tell the myths, they put them to the test.
Hi, and welcome to another MythBusters special. You know, one of the neat things about the show is that we actually show you a lot of the behind-the-scenes activity. And, you know, the editors, as a matter of course, show all the arguments, the accidents, the mistakes that we make, the times that things go wrong.
But tonight we're going to take that one step further and really pull aside the curtain. You're going to get to see lots of new, unseen footage, bloopers, and insights from Jamie and I and the crew. So welcome to MythBusters Revealed.
Let's kick things off with science, MythBusters style.
You should never try anything like this unless you have your own television show.
MythBusters is a science show with a difference.
This is our job! I think it's working!
Adam and Jamie are consummate builders who could knock up machines and gadgets in their sleep. But that doesn't make them scientists.
So, Jamie, do you think that that's actually a viable scenario that we might be dealing with here?
No?
MythBusters' approach to science is collective ignorance, and it's really much of it is the collective ignorance of Jamie and I and the producer.
Busting myths can be a battle, and that's half the fun. In the myth of free energy, Adam and Jamie built devices they bought off the internet, which claimed to produce more energy than they consumed.
Let's get some free energy, man!
The guys struggled with some curious contraptions. Adam almost electrocuted himself on one that claimed to suck power from radio waves.
That might have been, I don't know, a bad noise. I'm releasing the mysterious blue smoke here. The problem is, once you release the mysterious blue smoke, electronics don't work anymore.
It's all a learning experience.
But what viewers didn't see was just how steep their learning curve really was. The first device they tried to build never actually made it into the show.
Well then,
Oh, man. Hold on a second.
now, I think, yeah.
This myth involves a lot of collective ignorance. We're going to have to muscle through it if we're going to figure out what the hell we're talking about.
Science is about collective ignorance. It's about trying to eliminate pockets of ignorance. And as you watch Jamie and I, and by default our producer who's managing the whole thing, fill in the pockets of our ignorance, you learn too, and you get to see that sort of science in action.
You do need a core temperature, and that's where the rectal probe comes in.
Rectal probe?
The rectal temperature probe.
Apparently I'll do anything for television.
Taking Adam's temperature for the rectal probe, take one.
It's a learn-as-you-laugh philosophy, like in the myth of Goldfinger, where Adam found himself in a delicate spot.
Trying to warm it up.
Oh, Sanjay, will you respect me tomorrow?
Proud as I am that we're the first to show a rectal probe on television, I think that people knew that they existed, and I don't really think we broke any major ground. Perhaps grounds of taboos.
Cry on my shoulder!
They still didn't see several camera angles that made it much more, graphic.
The MythBusters brand of scienceware can be a little strange, like adult diapers in the brown note myth.
You know, being a big TV star, I don't have time to go to the bathroom in just any old toilet. That's why I wear adult diapers. Now I can go whenever I want.
While appearing in adult diapers might not be very scientific, We've never claimed to be scientific in every aspect of how we do this show, but it actually does fulfill one of our missions, which is if you're flipping through the channels and you see a bunch of dudes in adult diapers over their clothes, you're probably going to stop and see what's going on. And then, once we've tricked you to watch, you actually might learn something.
Oh, look at that. That's still terrible. Remember never to take any of the techniques you see on MythBusters Home. These are only techniques for impatient hyper people. Big garbage bags! I need really big garbage bags! Whoa! That's how to do it. Don't you have some nice funnels?
I washed them.
These are like garbage. I saw
The MythBusters do make an effort to look scientific. Though there have been lapses, like Jamie's funnels in Cola Myths.
And Jamie will deliver funnels that are crusted with every manner of crap of the past 12 years that he's poured into some small hole.
No one would buy that this is a reasonable experiment with these garbagey...
You could get your own funnels then.
I'm gonna go look for the other ones.
It's important to make sure the funnels look clean so that people don't write to you with the obvious thing of, well, no wonder those frogs died. You poured it through a funnel caked in methyl ketones.
Look at this. He's like, I washed them. I don't want to go to his house.
I think if we actually knew what we were doing around here, it wouldn't be near as interesting to people to watch. We'd be some scientist that is just reading stuff off of a chart. People would find it boring. This is an adventure for us to actually figure this stuff out. The fact that we're learning as we go is a lot of fun for us, and it comes across on film, I think.
Education can be a blast.
Oh my God!
I almost made the chair.
You almost made the chair! Oh, there you go! I just had another one of those MythBusters moments. This is the first official what the hell do we think we're doing moment of the new season. I just had one of those what the hell are we doing moments.
So just what the heck is a what the hell are we doing moment?
Every shoot that we go out and do, we look at each other and we realize all the people that are around us helping us to do some ludicrous, ridiculous thing to prove some very silly point that most people for some reason crazily believe, and we look around and go, what the hell are we doing? Why are people paying us to do this? And then we just get back into it because, you shouldn't question when things are that good.
3, 2, 1.
Man, that was cool!
Adam and Jamie, night and day.
Hey, do not try what you are about to see at home. We are what you call experts.
What am I supposed
That
to do?
is right. We do this for a living.
MythBusters is about more than just busting myths. It's also about the curious chemistry that exists between the show's two main characters, Adam and Jamie. They're about as different as two guys could be.
What?
What?
Oh, you're just staying really close so I can't...
I've known Adam probably for like 8 years, and we used to work together on a lot of Hollywood movies. And what's crazy is back then, looking back now, he used to work as if a camera crew was following him. Like he was constantly on. So it's like, he's home here. It's weird.
Wow. Do I look really fat lying on the ground?
Ever since the accident, it's been much harder to host the show.
He's the troublemaker. He starts the practical jokes the most. I mean, here and there we try to compete, but you just can't compete with Adam.
No, I'm not gonna hold you. Don't mess with me, man.
Jamie is like a machine.
Not bad for a man of 75.
He's abnormally strong. And I think that's why he likes to build robots. It's like he's building little friends that he can control.
It's just, he's so distinct. How many people do you know that have a beret and a big walrus mustache. I mean, I adore Jamie. I love the fact that he's so unique.
What?
Jamie is the quiet one.
He becomes much more expressive. Now he's like, oh.
But there's a prankster behind the facade. Something the producers picked up on when they shot this promotional video.
Find out what happens when I drop a toaster into Adam's bath. I'm definitely somebody that enjoys a good prank or two. Boom!
Wow!
Adam and I think, some time ago came to an understanding that it would not be a good thing for us to prank each other very much. Hey, you'll sit right here, and then this thing goes like that, and then this goes whoop.
Those two together, they just seem to bring out the worst in each other sometimes.
The co-hosts often disagree over matters of style when it comes to presenting the show.
You worry about your little part, and I'll worry about my little part.
About things that don't matter and want to help us with the experiment.
Visual, it's television.
In the myth of the penny drop, Adam created a test chamber that could measure the terminal velocity of a falling coin. It was one of his best ever rigs,
So I get like 70
though
miles
you'd
an hour.
never know it from Jamie's reaction.
So let's make your penny gun that shoots a penny like 65 miles an hour, and we'll show exactly what it does.
Okay.
Adam, say to Jamie, man, you don't seem very excited. This is a world first right here on MythBusters.
Dude, you don't seem very excited. This is a world first here on MythBusters.
I don't normally get excited about things.
It's going out on television that we did the experiment that showed exactly how fast a penny goes. No math, no ideas, no timing off a building. We got it right here in the lab.
That's great. Good job. You guys are just so desperate to get some kind of emotion out of me. It's amazing.
How about this? Try this. Come on, do it with me. Yeah! Can you do that?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to teach you about this sort of television thing. It's bigger than life, not smaller than life.
While he can underdo things on the emotional front, Jamie has a tendency to run away at the mouth. The myth of salsa escape called for the building of a Mexican prison, which reminded him of an earlier life.
Did I tell you that I actually worked as a concrete inspector for several months in Seattle?
Was that before or after you were the large animal veterinarian for the circus?
No, I never did that. You must be mistaken.
So what was it like being a concrete inspector, a boring one?
Well, I used to drive around and pick up, and I'd go to construction sites after you'll see these, and you did it in 3 or 4, like sitting there at the site waiting to be picked up.
If you try and say, I know, oh yeah, I've got it, I'm gonna go work on this other thing, he won't stop. He keeps on wanting to say it. He'll finish the phrase. And you've got to sit there and he's like a word vampire sucking the energy out of you while he's doing it.
I feel, this is my favorite, is when you try and finish a sentence and he still finishes it. I think that I want an apple. An apple.
I think Jamie is a pretty easy target, and I feel really bad sometimes that we copy his voice and his mannerisms. I mean,
I want everybody who's not immediately involved in the experiment to be behind this Lexan shield.
Adam, the producer, other people around here will, poke fun at me. They'll mimic the way that I speak. They try to put me in situations that they know are going to get my goat, just to see if they can get something out of me. And I don't like it.
Nobility scale. Nobility scale.
Why don't you ever pretend to be like Adam?
What do you mean, stupid?
There's no need for Jamie to make fun of Adam,
Are you ready?
because Adam takes care of that all by himself.
You know I always have to reduce it to that level.
Oh, stop playing. Let's do this.
That's such a good sound.
Adam brings a unique energy to the show, as well as some pretty fancy moves.
Dancing's a big deal for me because I'm a white boy and it's funny.
Stir the pot, baby.
Adam never sits still, but his moves aren't always quite this smooth. It's part of the savage enigma.
Oh, yeah.
One thing I don't get about Adam is that, you know, at the same time as he's really coordinated. You know, the guy can juggle. He can build really delicate things with a lot of finesse. But I want to put him in a box or something because he just breaks everything. That way, yeah. Oh. Thank you, Adam.
Ow, it hurts to laugh.
It's the energy that Adam has and the drive that allows him to move through things quickly that I really appreciate when I'm working with him. However, it has its price, and that would be that he makes a lot of mistakes.
Perhaps it's something to do with sticking things in his eyeballs, but Adam is capable of missing the blatantly obvious. Take the scaffold tower in Barrel of Bricks.
Jamie, you got any idea what these are for? They're shorter than the scissor bars, and it seems to me like they might go from level to level, but in fact, they don't. So, I don't know exactly where they go.
And they don't reach from one side to the other?
Nope.
Like
this? Okay, am I about to feel really, really stupid?
Probably.
Okay, yeah, I was about to, and I do feel really, really stupid.
Or take Tongue Stud Lightning Rod, where Adam lost his head.
Jamie?
What's happened, Adam?
Well, apparently I'm short one head. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I counted 10. I counted 10 so many times.
Think, then act. Don't act, then think.
Killing time.
You know, here on MythBusters, we're under such a tight schedule and there's constant pressure on us. You know, every once in a while you gotta let loose a little bit, otherwise you're gonna go crazy.
You are king of the world!
In between takes, the MythBusters set can look like a madhouse, but it's a case of let off steam or go insane.
I think it's like any other work environment. You have to let off a little stress. And besides, how often do I get to show people that I have a perfect bird call for a peacock?
As this footage shows, Carrie works hard to keep her stress levels down.
Dance like a chicken. Yeah, that's it. That's good.
Chicken impersonations are popular with everyone. Well, almost everyone.
Some of the crew's inclined to play around a lot on the show. Adam in particular is always trying to stick something new up his nose.
I've got a cold.
Oh, I'm breathing easier already. These are fantastic.
I'm just trying to keep things that we can cut to between the experiments and, you know, maybe keep people interested in the show.
The editors are always well served by Adam, especially when there's a barrel around.
What? All right, I'm gonna be sick.
Party tricks are Adam's favorite way of chilling out. Even though they wind Jamie up.
Are we doing an experiment here, or are we screwing around? Probably the only footage you're going to find of me killing time is me sitting someplace thinking.
Or something.
What's that you say? I can't quite hear you!
In fact, the whole cast and crew are experts at killing time.
Don't fight me!
Thus, staying mentally balanced.
Not a lot going on upstairs, but God, she's cute.
And able to make the show week in, week out.
Come on, the fight's out there!
Let me tell you, kids, don't try this at home. We're professionals.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Here we see the Heinemann in his natural habitat. The Heinemann prefers to live in an extremely clean environment, removing all detritus from his surroundings at every opportunity.
Jamie's the cleanest of the myth-busting species.
Jamie is wearing a white shirt. His hands look like he's a coal miner, and I'm having trouble spotting a stain on the damn shirt.
If anything is guaranteed to get his goat, it's trash.
You know, I've had people riding motorcycles in the offices. They've burned holes in the carpet. There are coffee spills everywhere. It's aggravating.
Some of us in the group are a little cleaner than others. Tori tends to clean up. Jamie is neurotic about cleaning up. And Adam is the Tasmanian devil of filth.
Oh, no. Oh, this is bad. It smells better than rotting pigs, though.
Adam is just always filthy, and I'm always clean.
Is he still saying that I don't clean up after myself? Is he still complaining about that?
When there are a number of myths on the go at once, and things get really out of hand, Jamie's patience can run out.
Come on, guys, it's time to clean up around here. You know, we can barely move around this place. I've got a business to run here. You know, there's pickups in the way here. We've got dead pigs outside stinking up the parking lot. I've got ducks all over the bathroom. It's about time that you guys did your part and cleaned up. I'm sick and tired of coming in here in the mornings and the weekends and doing it myself.
In a neat sidestep, Adam passes the buck.
Does the show cause those conflicts? No, I think those conflicts are based in Jamie's neuroses and strangeness. I mean, when he gets upset about the chicken walking around, we're there on a table that is covered with paper. It's covered with paper.
Okay, let's put the chicken back in the box.
Oh, I'm hypnotizing the chicken.
Yeah, well, guess who gets to clean all this up?
That would be Peter and me. We already agreed upon it.
So this chicken's walking around on the paper like it should be, and it takes a poop because they don't have toilets in chicken land, and Jamie gets all bent out of shape about this chicken poop on paper.
We're gonna clean up, we're gonna replace the paper. Am I gonna put that? This is like the kind of stuff that drives me nuts because, you know, I swear, I'm gonna end up cleaning this up. It's the way it works around here.
And it's like, you're wasting more time to talk about it than it would take to just like put it in the garbage.
So the chicken goes back in the box, or you guys are gonna have all this stuff sitting on your desk by tomorrow morning, right?
I mean, I don't even understand where he's coming from when he starts to get cranky about stuff like that. That somehow speaks of all of our disrespect for his shop space.
Jamie, what's going on in here? Now let's really freak him out.
And did you close the doors in the rest of the shop?
No.
Well, close the doors in the rest of the shop.
What did I say? I said he's going to say exactly that. It's just a smoke machine.
Yeah, it's going to get everywhere.
It's just mineral smoke.
Christine, can you close the door since you want to do it?
Just watch him go.
This is what happens when you don't clean up the shop.
Now we're going to go into that stupid little sequence where, you know, Adam's chasing me around. He's got my white shirt on, and I get irritated, and everybody thinks it's funny.
How did he guess? It was in the forest fire scuba diver myth that the famous white shirt changed hands, causing Jamie a nasty bout of separation anxiety.
Well, I'm differentiating myself from Jamie. Come on.
Why do you wear your white shirt, Jamie?
I wear my white shirt because that's what I wear. Did you mess? Is that your shirt? What are you doing with my clothes?
How come you're not wearing your crisp white shirt? You're supposed to differentiate yourself. Now I got to wear it until you put it back on.
Is that your shirt? What are you doing? You know, mess with your own clothes. Take it off. Put it back where you got it. I'm gonna crush you. Whoa! Come on, you don't have to do that. I was
got
told.
It all over me.
Yeah, I was told to do that. And I have to have these cleaned, so.
I have to have these cleaned.
You guys are just trying to give me a hard time to see if you can get some good irritated TV out of this deal.
I believe we just did.
Why do you always ensure that your white shirt is always crisp, clean, and neatly pressed?
This is like some kind of freak show. What the fuck is this? Of course I take my white shirt off if I'm gonna get dirty. Otherwise I ruin the white shirt and I can't clean it. Is that?
That's good.
Okay, thanks.
All the hard work's been done and my shirt's still white.
bad takes. On MythBusters, bad takes are a way of life. Even the clapperboard flubs its lines. Cell phones are a constant interruption. In the show's early days, the cast agreed that offenders had to pay with beer.
That's a case of beer. You can show him a new technique and he'll get it like that and be able to move forward with it. And that's a case of beer. Who the hell could be calling me? I can't answer that. I'm tying a pig's stomach into a skeleton.
If I bought a case of beer every time that happened, the crew would just be drunk all the time. I tend to buy a couple of cases of beer every couple of weeks, I guess.
Adam always, seems to get busted with his cell phone because, let's face it, the guy likes to talk.
MythBusters.
Breaking big things for science every day.
Only Jamie has escaped buying a case of beer. He's a little smug.
I've never had to give a case of beer to the crew for my cell phone ringing during a shoot, largely because I keep it on vibrate.
Oh, it's a beer! Oh,
Yeah, that's odd.
And that's a case of beer.
Hello.
Props can also cause problems.
1 penny down. 1 to go.
3, 2, 1.
Like a klaxon.
Oh, I was gonna wait for you. Okay.
Or a lizard.
As it turns out, a lot of urban legends involve animals, and that's a good thing. Where are you going, Spot?
Or a dummy.
I christen you Buster 2.0.
Or a lizard.
I've actually done my fair share of animal wrangling.
You get the idea.
I christen you Buster 2.0.
Are you gonna make me repair his hat again? Where are you going, Spot? Did that work?
I christen you Buster 2.0.
And sometimes nature messes up a myth, like in Ming Dynasty.
Oh, the gods are angry. Well, the rocket provided plenty of thrust, Jamie. What's next?
Or Tori intervenes, like he did in Killer Fan.
Holy
What I found. We can totally observe the whole experiment from this window.
In the hammer drop myth, Adam's idea for a promo shoot tanked.
No, what you should do is kneel by it and say coming up, and then I come out.
Okay.
But don't hook it close.
Okay.
Really, I swear.
Okay.
It's horrible in here.
Okay.
Okay, action.
Close it, Adam. We can see it's kind of open. You gotta close it.
I'm not gonna close it because Jamie's gonna lock me in.
Please close.
It's horrible in here.
Action.
Coming up. Now you picked it up. Coming up. Coming up.
Will a hammer save your life if you're falling from a bridge? Okay, it's horrible in here.
MythBusters is unscripted, so the hosts make up their lines with predictable consequences.
Buster will be that dummy.
Better than he was before.
Stronger.
Better.
Faster.
Faster?
Man, we're not actors. None of us can spit our lines out because they're not lines. We're just trying to get our thoughts in order in front of the camera.
Sometimes there's days where my brain and my mouth don't want to connect, and trying to get words out is just like pulling teeth. So with that, and sorry, let me just think about what I'm gonna say real quick, and then I can't, this one, when you're working you have a time limit with their working. You know what the worst part is? As you're talking, you start listening to what you're saying.
It was caused by human decomposing waste. Human waste
And then you're asking a question. Is what I'm saying making sense right now? The more toxic you're working with the material, the more important the material is. That makes no sense whatsoever.
Does Carrie always make sense on camera?
It's actually sulfur inside you that sulfur. It's actually.
When television cameras are watching you and you're not used to it, you definitely try to think about what you're saying because you don't want to look like an idiot. Do it again. That made sense, didn't it?
That's, why I like Carrie. She's an individual. She's unique that way.
We've got some stone,
We need to get it cut.
so we've come to the experts.
Yeah.
When Jamie trips up, it's invariably over his tongue.
Blah-de-blah, I don't know what all.
He's a thoroughbred line flubber.
That's going to form the basis of my... I actually appreciate from the editors the fact that they generally make me look good, and this particular thing I hope is done with at least a little bit of respect.
Not a chance. Here's the maestro at work.
Start again.
Summing Jamie up in 2 sentences or less.
But,
Is that good?
Jamie can be excruciating about delivering his lines.
thinking about what I'm saying and actually saying the things at the same time is very difficult for me.
He really wants to get it right.
I'm a good designer, and I don't think that... I'm sorry. I'm a good designer. Or rather, I'm sorry. Am I gonna really get reamed by the edit of this thing with like minutes and minutes of flubbed lines? Is that how this is gonna work?
You got it.
Pull those guides and pull the bushings out of them and just use those.
Yeah. I'm not interested normally in talking. I don't know. I don't practice talking.
I think we're good. Are we good to go? I think we're good to go for the real thing now.
I don't think the issue is whether it's fair or not to jump in on his lines while we're on camera.
We put our bodies on the line, CO2 poisoning,
skin asphyxiation.
I've always jumped over his words, whether we're on camera or not, for 10 years.
And we do all this physical effort to
talk.
The finishing of the lines, that was something that Adam just made up. I don't believe that he regularly feels the need to do that.
Jamie, I'm getting something from you. I'm getting that what really bugs you is we put our bodies on the line, like skin asphyxiation, CO2 poisoning, and biohazards, and only the tiniest bit of it ends up on the show. Oh, I would say, do you mean like Chinese water torture?
Okay, rolling for Jamie's pearls of wisdom.
Jamie, I believe you have an extra comment. What is it?
All right.
I want to hear it too.
That was the funny lead-in.
Yeah, it's like after one, two people that are complaining.
I got your back.
No, I want to hear it. Come on, man. After all this, let's just keep rolling.
Safety first. 2 Mythbusters have responsibility for making sure people don't get hurt during the filming of the show. One is Buster. You could say he's the fall guy on the most dangerous myths. The other is Jamie. He's the safety officer.
Whoops.
It's a job he takes seriously.
Whoops.
24/7.
Whoops. Safety is definitely not a joke on MythBusters. We're aware that we're constantly putting ourselves at risk here, and so we do everything that we can to minimize that risk.
Well, maybe not everything. Jamie's got his work cut out preventing injury on set.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
he gets some help from the Red Man suit. It's designed to protect trainee kickboxers, but it just brings out the devil in Adam.
We bought the Red Man suit primarily when we were doing experiments that involve some kind of punching, but it tends to now get pulled out on all different kinds of occasions because it's kind of goofy to put on. You look like a dork, and you can really belt someone, and it's great stress relief.
Are you ready? Come on, let's go.
Something I've been wanting to do for a long time.
Oh, yeah!
As safety officer, Jamie felt obliged to test out the suit. With Adam in it, of course.
Oh, okay, that's plenty. I'm ready for some more working out. Whoa, 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 whoa!
In any myth involving a radio-controlled car, there's plenty of scope for injury. In Drive Shaft Pole Vault, Jamie seemed alert to the danger.
If you see the car doing something weird, get over there. Seriously. It's a big heavy-duty machine. It could kill you.
Textbook safety officer stuff.
The drive shaft experiment, with our experiments, they're so unpredictable and they're so dangerous. This is a car totally controlled by Jamie's little remote control box. There's no way we've ever allowed somebody to get into that because it's just way too dangerous.
Let me get in it.
Okay.
And that's where Jamie lost the plot.
As a builder and the safety officer on the show, it's sort of a conflict. You get invested in these projects when you're building and you want to see them work.
I'm ready when you are, Jamie.
Maybe Jamie was just mad at Adam that day, because that was crazy.
Jamie! Oh.
Whoops.
Whoops. I'm okay. What the hell was that?
I thought he did it on purpose. To this day, if somebody told me he did, I'd believe it.
Safety is a high priority. Nothing is haphazard about our shoots. Everything's pretty well thought out beforehand.
So how come we got all this footage of people getting injured?
It's because we employ a lot of klutzes.
Messing around on set is all part of the fun, but things can go over the top. When they do, Tori's never far from the action. In the Blown Away myth, he decided to test out their pig rig to see if it would take the weight of a whole hog.
I knew you were going to bring that one up.
I like it every time Tori hits himself in the head. It's really funny.
That's so bad. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but you just punched yourself right in the head.
Okay, look at that tape. It hurt very badly. I think if you look at the video, tears are coming out of the eyes. Yeah.
What were you thinking? Trying to jump a bicycle that's not made for jumping over Jamie's little red wagon.
Thinking is too grand a word for what happens next.
Do something really cool this time.
Sit back and watch again as Tori rushes in where angels would fear to tread.
Let's egg him on until he hurts himself. That's always fun.
I didn't even think you need to egg him on.
Did a little test run. I actually thought I had cleared it.
There's no way I can make this. The bike's too heavy.
No, Tori, totally. It looked like you cleared it.
I think I had asked Carrie if I had cleared it, and she gave me the okay, like, yeah, you're totally over it.
That was clearly sarcasm.
You smell that?
What's that?
Bad things.
I totally thought I could make it. I really believed I could make it over that thing.
Now that is hard to believe. Unbelievable.
I'm okay.
I can't believe you actually did that.
Isn't that great? Carrie is always looking out for me. She's got my back on this show, for sure.
Losing it. Warning, busting myths can cause bad karma.
It's just crazy to me how you have everything in this shop, but you don't have anything to put it together.
When the pressure is on, tempers can flare.
Bite me.
I will bite you.
And watching the guys lose it is all part of the fun.
It's like your intuition is that it's not like a bomb.
Yeah.
But if it is, we're all dead and
Oh, I lose my cool all the time on this show.
All right. Let's go to school.
The cameras are always rolling on set, so when things go wrong, they usually end up on tape.
Come on! Come on!
No, no!
A malfunctioning vacuform machine boiled Adam's blood in the myth of the tongue stud lightning rod.
This is a stupid frame with substandard gasketing on it. Just mean I'm ripping my fingers to shreds on this thing. I don't know a single vacuformer that is stupider to use than this.
Tell us what you really think.
I hate this frame. It's ripping my fingers to shreds. A little more comfort in your design. That's all I want.
It'll toughen your fingers up. It's good for you.
You, my fingers don't need toughening. Your design needs softening.
If anybody can switch the buttons on Adam, it's Jamie. Like I've never seen, and I think it's because they've worked together so long. They have this kind of weird love-hate relationship.
Which was on display when Jamie got carried away with an electric fence transformer.
What do you mean it's my lack of creativity?
Jesus Christ. Okay, it's not funny.
Actually, when Jamie tried to electrocute me, that's a real glimpse into Jamie's character. I mean, when he gets really angry, he's kind of reduced to sort of the mentality of an angry 12-year-old.
It's not safe to do that to somebody else. I mean, it's all fun and games, but you know, if you're gonna be an about it, that's not funny.
Another cattle prod prank went spectacularly wrong in the myth of ancient electricity.
You guys haven't hooked in the electric fence thing in here, have you?
That would have been a good idea.
I'm reasonably convinced you haven't.
The build team didn't fess up that the arc was wired up.
Did I describe anywhere?
I guess.
I don't know. I mean, like doesn't.
Oh!
Do you feel God?
You did hook up the real thing.
Yeah. I can't tell you how bad that went. I've never felt so bad in my life. I mean, you know, he's a good friend of mine, and I basically betrayed him by allowing him to touch the cattle prodder.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
And it was not funny. I mean, in hindsight, we can all laugh at it, but that day he was pretty upset.
No, just leave me alone.
Bust-ups with the build team are rare. The best bouts on MythBusters feature the main hosts, Adam and Jamie.
I mean, I think it's stupid. I think it's a waste of time.
In the myth of killer quicksand, the issue was how to fill a 2,000-gallon tank with water. Adam favored using a fire hydrant.
Look, we can continue to not err on the side of caution and just waste time because you're cheap. That's fine. Actually,
I'm just expressing my opinion, and I'm not giving you about your opinion. I'm just saying I think it's
about every one of my opinions. Every last single one of them.
Yeah.
You talk until I can't stand to hear you talk anymore, and then we go with your idea.
Yeah, you baby. You know, now I got to listen to you whine about it all the time. And, you know, the whole time it's filling, it's like, wah, wah, wah.
Another row about a rig came in the myth of ping pong salvage, when Adam raised doubts over Jamie's ball dispenser.
I'm happy to do a myth where we go out and have no caution and up and have you eat it.
You
and
big
not
baby,
about
stop whining.
You're such a about it. I mean,
You're always whining about something. You're going to waste time on all sorts of crap.
Off.
We just tested it. It works. And stop whining. Go have a cookie.
It's no joke. Jamie believes their bust-ups are all about blood sugar.
When I say Adam needs a cookie, it's literally he needs a cookie. You know, Adam is just sort of headlong into everything that he does.
Now that we're on camera, what you're trying to tell me is you've screwed up, huh?
Yeah, again.
Well, it's that time of day, and it seems that Adam needs another cookie.
Rather than eating, he'll like wait until he feels bad and then, you know, snap.
I'm totally popped on adrenaline. I think I need a cookie.
No pain, no gain.
I don't like to see anyone get hurt. No, actually, I really enjoy seeing Adam get injured. He's actually quite handy at it. He's like Charlie Chaplin.
You gotta hand it to him. He's a natural.
As Adam likes to say, he gives good pain.
I'm scared.
He's turned getting hurt into performance art.
Oh! that one definitely bounced right off. Did anyone see where that last penny went?
Adam is a disaster area.
He's a danger to himself, which makes great viewing.
I've worked with Adam a lot, and he is so fast. However, sometimes he's a little too fast. You know, he might be running 100 miles an hour, but he's going in the wrong direction.
There's nothing more entertaining than watching somebody else take a fall. Well, you've got lots of shots of me falling over, I guess, because I fall over a lot.
You want to lie there for a minute, or you want to get up?
Actually, finally seeing the clips all the way through, it's kind of shockingly funny to notice how little anyone has sympathy for me.
Particularly Jamie. Whether Adam's fooling around
Serves you right.
or really getting hurt.
This is terrible.
You deserve it.
I've got ants all over my hat. They're all over my head. Ants are all over my head, man!
Adam's always hurting himself because sometimes he acts before he thinks.
As was the case in the myth of skunk cleaning.
Yep, on camera again.
And most famously in the myth of the levitation machine.
Okay, I'm an idiot.
That's MythBusters' most requested clip. So here's Adam's chance to explain what on earth he thought he was doing.
I wasn't trying to put my lips in the vacuum cleaner. I was just wondering if you get to see my lips like, ooh, like doing this. I just had no idea they'd stretch that far and into the flywheel.
So now you know.
See, this is the show. It's like 4 minutes of science and then 10 minutes of me hurting myself.
What can you do? He's just so good at it.
Feel the power! I feel the power!
In the myth of the static cannon, he became a shaman of pain, revealing the path to joy through suffering.
There's too much power in my arms!
Regular viewers will recognize this footage from the show's title sequence.
I'm fine. Am I missing an eyebrow?
Keep your eyes on Adam's expression.
I am missing an eyebrow, aren't I?
You lost a lot of hair up there, too.
You're kidding me.
No. You're all right. It won't look weird after a day or two.
Could that be proof that the only way to really hurt him is by wounding his vanity?
I know it seems like I had this whole vanity thing because like my hair is receding. I don't. However, I was worried that I would be like unable to shoot or something like that because I had some huge bald burn patch on my head.
Very commendable, but not quite the full story.
I have a date tomorrow.
It's not too bad, dude.
All in the name of science. Okay, that was probably one of the stupidest things I've ever done.
In fact, yeah, actually I did have a date that night. And the date went spectacularly, despite my slightly singed hair.
I'm Jamie Heineman. And you're watching MythBusters on the Discovery Channel.
Hey, it's MythBusters. It's MythBusters.
You're watching MythBusters on the Discovery Channel.
So what did they make of MythBusters Revealed?
Oh man, I feel like I've made a complete ass of myself during this interview.
It's a little bit funny. It's a little bit kind of unnerving.
I hope people appreciate the suffering that I've gone through. Do I give you guys when you have something to say?
I do believe that people can look at me, they feel sorry for me, and they go, oh, I could relate to that guy because, you know, I screw up all the time.
So who doesn't?
I'm okay.